to Starter Marriage, a show where we examine modern marriage from every angle, including our own relationship. I'm Allison Raskin, a New York Times bestselling author, relationship coach, and mental health advocate who convinced my husband, John, to do this show with me.
And I'm John Blakesley, a writer, a researcher, and also a guy who almost passed out in Ojai this past weekend.
You almost passed out?
I mean, I wasn't feeling a little lightheaded when we were walking.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, you know, you were pregnant, and I'm the one who's going to pass out.
You already had emergency surgery.
Yeah. It was very hot, and we thought we were gods.
Oh, we walked way too much.
We played tennis, and then we walked into town. It's like 90-something degrees. I was dehydrated. It was bad.
We have a newlywed episode for everyone today. We are going to be interviewing our first ever couple on the show, and you won't believe it. It's someone you probably recognize.
Who?
Amanda Montell and her husband, Casey Kolb.
Never heard of them.
That's rude. You probably know Amanda from her incredible podcasts and books, but today we're getting deeply personal with her and asking her to share things about her own marriage that she's never shared publicly before.
She was uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable. We really got it out of them. That was great.
No, it was so wonderful. You know, we talked a lot about like why bother to get married in the first place. But before we can dive into all of that, we have to do everyone's favorite segment of the show, Marriage Moment. TM. That wasn't a good one.
That's not good.
Sorry.
You knew it. You knew it, right?
Well, this is our second episode of the day. I'm kind of exhausted.
It's a little tired. It's like, yeah, it just like it lacked a lot of the creativity that late that they've had. It was really brief.
Wow, you want them to be longer?
I think over time they should be minutes long. I think we should just let you vamp on this for a while.
Just riff.
Yeah.
Okay, so my marriage moment happened the other day where, so I'm a vegetarian and you insist that I take these extra supplements because I don't eat meat. I don't even know what's in them.
It's DHA supplements because you are pregnant and it's helpful for the baby's cognitive development.
And normally you get that in what?
In like things like fish.
Oh, okay. So you order me these pills, and I had told you that I needed more of them. And then for some reason, you said, oh, the prenatal, whatever. And then you went, oh, well, I guess at this point we should just call it natal. And I was like, what? And it came out that you thought that prenatal meant before I was pregnant, and natal is the period of pregnancy.
Right. Because yes, I know it's stupid, but from my stupid perspective, you know, I was just thinking about conception. That's where my role really ended, you know?
Right.
And it was great. It was huge success. And then afterwards, so you were taking your prenatals before conception, and so I guess I thought after conception we're now in the natal period.
Right, you thought that the whole thing was based around you.
Yes.
And your role in it.
Right.
You were the pre or postnatal marker.
Right.
Right. And that's not true.
No. But I'm in a long line of men who think it's all about them.
It has been delightful to realize how little you know about pregnancy and children.
It's unbelievable how much more you know. So I really should get on that. When is the kid coming?
What's yours?
Okay, so this one is inspired by our guest today because Amanda is a public figure. Casey is not. When I met you, you were a public figure. I was not. So during the writer's strike, I'm in the WGA and we were striking. And so we were striking in front of Sony. And
we're protesting in front of Sony studios.
Right. And walking back and forth. And a young lady comes up to me and she goes, "Excuse me, are you John Blakesley?" And I'm like, yeah, like, as a matter of fact, I am. thinking maybe she had read one of my scripts or something. Like every now and then an executive had been like, oh, I read this script. It got passed to me. And, and then I said, yeah, I am. And she said, I just have to tell you, I love Allison. I just love Allison so much. And she went on and I bought her books, etc. And so, it was at first I was like, oh, well, I thought maybe you were going to say something about me, but, but then I really zeroed in on trying to be as nice to this person as possible. Cause I know you're always trying to be so nice to your fans when they come up to you, and you like to make it a nice experience for them. And I hope I was nice and not creepy about it. But yeah, so yeah, just the experience of dating a public figure. Sometimes you get pulled aside because of them.
And it made you love me more?
It was just a moment of being, I don't see why marriage moments always have to be some huge compliment. It's a moment of being, oh, I'm married to this person and I'm tied to them in public in ways where people might recognize me. That's a new thing for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It didn't really have to do with anything you particularly taught me or anything, but it was because of our
union. That still
union.
works under the filter of marriage moments because it's a revealing moment.
Yeah.
It stayed with you for some reason.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And it was funny.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm sure that you were delightful because you're a very charming guy.
Appreciate it.
Did you get a number?
Yeah, we text every night. we only on Signal. We're very much in love.
Welcome back to Starter Marriage. It's time to pop the question. This is the part of the show where we dive deep into the main topic of the episode with our incredible guests. And I am so thrilled that this week we are joined by newlyweds Amanda Montell and Casey Kolb.
Hello.
Amanda Montell is a New York Times bestselling author and iHeartRadio award-winning podcaster. Her nonfiction books include Cultish, Word Slut, and The Age of Magical Overthinking. And Casey is a music producer, composer, and founder of Lunacy, a music software company changing the way music makers interact with audio, and we don't care about any of that.
Well, that's honestly kind of random of you.
We're here to talk about your marriage.
Oh, I just got nervous. I just started sweating.
We're good at talking about our marriage.
Yeah, we're well practiced in our daily life.
Well versed in this.
We'll see if it translates.
So first, give us the backstory. You guys met a long time ago.
Yes. Well, we met doing community theater when we were in middle school.
This was in my vows too. My vows spoke about the show.
Whole story.
It was a show called A Little Princess.
Do you know it?
No.
And it's based on a book, and she was the little princess.
You were the lead?
I was the lead.
Oh my God.
She was
that's
always
amazing.
the lead.
That was my peak.
She was good. She was very good.
I was okay. It was community theater. It was 2005.
She's always been really good at accents. I wonder if she would
Wait,
do
the
one
little
here.
princess had an accent?
She was British.
She's British.
Okay, yeah.
You've never
But for
seen the
a
movie?
12-year-old.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
pretty solid.
Thank you.
Pretty solid.
It's a really darling story about this privileged girl living in, I believe, World War I era, and her dad. She goes to attend this prestigious boarding school, and then it's reported that her dad died in the war, and so she's downgraded from the fanciest suite they have at the boarding school to the attic to scrub the floors with the maid, and it's about her trials and tribulations, and then her dad comes back from the dead or whatever. So that's how we met.
Were you in every scene?
I think so.
Almost.
That's incredible. I really like this as a starting point for your relationship.
And Casey, what were you in the play?
What was my guy's name? I was a side character. I don't know. I had a really tiny part, and I was
husbands. Yeah.
like husbands.
Well,
I was really into her at the time, though.
I was
thought
one
she
of
was
his
so
first
cute.
crushes.
Yeah.
He's younger than me.
Oh, so how old were you when this was happening?
I was 16. He was 9. I'm just kidding.
Scared me. For a second, I was like,
gross.
was that right?
No, I was 13. He was 11.
Wow.
We're like a year and a half apart.
Okay.
Age gap relationship.
Hugely controversial.
Yeah, hugely controversial. Problematic.
Wait, who's older?
You were the
Problematic.
lead, and
Who's older among the two of you?
Allison is older. I am younger.
Okay.
I am the young upstart who has bagged this older woman.
Yeah.
It's 4 months. I am 4 months
I
older.
see.
The young
Same school
cub
year.
and the puma.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we were not involved in any way when we were 11 and 13. I didn't notice him. He was like prepubescent, you know?
Right.
I was into like 14-year-olds. But
Which is fair. Yeah.
And then
And then we went to the same high school. Her brother is also one of my closest friends to this day.
they also met doing community
And we met
theater.
doing community theater.
Doing Joseph.
A different show. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I was in
So-
that.
Nice.
This was
Amazing.
community theater, not like through your school.
Correct.
Okay.
We did both.
This was
So you
extracurricular.
did. So
we were
you
theater kids.
you were like, we couldn't get enough theater. We have to do this extra theater.
Literally.
Yeah.
And you still didn't notice him because he was in all this theater with you, but he was the
Well, he was puny. You know?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was a
for
little-
sure.
He was a little
I was
baby.
puny.
But then I did notice him when we went to high school, and he starred as a Christian boy bander in the musical Altar Boys. Are you familiar?
No, but I want to be.
That was my peak. for
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
He had blue hair and was doing these like boy bander dance moves.
I had like a pierced ear with like a cross hanging down. Like it was all. I
It's
was
super
all
farcical.
in.
It was hilarious.
Can you tell me what the plot of Altar Boys is?
Oh, I like don't even remember.
You can
It's-
kinda make
it's
half of it up and I
so
wouldn't know.
silly. It's like 5 men who are like struggling with their identity as Christians, but like pop stars and like navigating it through song. Is
It's
that
kind
accurate?
of deep,
Incredible.
right?
I
Yeah.
really like when anything is navigated through sound.
Allison navigates her life through songs.
So do we. Literally,
We were
like,
singing on the way over.
we were singing on the way over because we were like, "Are we gonna share?"
Oh, the tax man is how you.
Oh, the tax man, because I got like a letter from the IRS today, and I was like, how did it go?
People still work there?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
like, right? So you know, like, who is employed by the government and where is like a big problem right now. But yes, sadly, there are people who still work at the IRS, and I was like, Mr. Taxman, what did I say? He found me at my house. I said, what is this about? He said, taxes.
Oh, so you're not referring to the Beatles song. This is an original
No,
song.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is an
the
original.
That's amazing,
It was
yeah.
a coping
Yeah.
mechanism.
Yeah.
This is my favorite
Absolutely.
line I came up with just before we got
Uncle
here.
Sam.
I was like, Mr. Taxman, I said, this feels like a scam. He said, my name's Uncle Sam. I'm the tax man.
Whoa,
Thank
that's
you.
good.
That's how you go.
Yeah.
You know, no one wants
That's-
a letter from the IRS.
No,
Are you in trouble?
No.
Deeply, yes.
I mean,
yeah, she actually
To
is
prison.
getting taken right after
I
this
don't know. They're
performance.
mad at me. They're mad at me. They're mad at me for being an artist. Okay.
They're like,
Yeah.
Amanda, every time we try to tax you, you sing this song.
Yeah.
And we just want you to pay your taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like low key, yeah, that's not it. What? Oh yeah, so he was in Altar Boys, and I had not noticed him before because he was, you know, again, a little bit not having had puberty yet.
But I
And-
started like playing soccer. I was like getting a little more
Ooh.
physical in my life.
yeah,
at
he was
that point.
getting hot, and so
Thank
I
you.
noticed him. He was the star, and I was like,
There are only 5 parts.
yeah.
so everyone
Well,
was like-
no, but you were great, and I was like, wow, Casey Kolb, okay. And so then we went to the junior prom together.
Wow.
Junior prom.
Was that
But-
scandalous to
it
bring
was
a
a little
younger man?
scandalous.
It was scandalous, yes, because not because he was younger, but because he like maybe sort of had a little bit of a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He went to
Casey
another
Kolb.
school.
You
What a
do one,
dog.
you
No, I
do
also
one
met through
Altar
another
Boy
show.
musical, and suddenly all the girls in
Everything
school
changed.
and
Well,
I
yeah.
said that was my peak, 100%.
Well, because we went to art school. It was like a bunch of
Yeah.
sort of grody
That was what was
art
valued
kids.
at our art school.
Right.
Yeah, how like
Your talent in the show.
yeah, what's your range?
Yeah, what's your range?
as if like I didn't do exactly this. I used to be often the star of the show, and suddenly I would wait purposefully after the end of the show to kind of make an entrance to the people afterwards.
When were you the star of the
the
show?
stage
In my
door?
high school
Smart.
plays, I was the star of almost every show.
Oh, right, because you got in that car accident and then the cop recognized you from the school
The
play.
guy, I swear to God,
Local celeb.
I got into one car accident
Was it
in
your
my life.
fault?
That's
It was
amazing.
completely my fault. I didn't even hit any person. My car spun out of control.
No way.
And I like went up on the curb, and I'm like freaking out. And this cop comes by, and he's like gonna help me out. And like it didn't look so bad, but it was like shocking for me because at one point I was like going into oncoming traffic.
How old are you?
I'm like maybe 17 years old or
Oh
something.
my God. And then you took off your sunglasses and he was like, it's you.
He was like, I have to tell you, you have such presence on the stage.
I'm dead.
What was the show?
I don't remember. I was in a lot of shows, but he's
too.
like, you really are. I saw you last month and whatever, and you're tremendous, tremendous
Wow.
work.
I don't know if
This
I've
is
ever
a stunning
used
tool.
it to that.
I was like, do you think I
advantage
totaled
yet.
my car? He's like, yeah, the car's gone, but man, do you have a future in acting?
Car totaled.
Yeah.
You off to beautiful things.
So like, you really like different people's interactions with the cops. You know, I had
Totally. I'm like, not the pro cop anecdote.
this yeah. So don't get me wrong here.
And that's on being a white,
Yeah,
blonde
white man.
man
Yeah,
in New
yeah,
Jersey.
exactly.
and that's
Right.
how we make this story not
Yeah,
problematic.
yeah.
Cool. So anyways, yeah, it was scandalous. I, kind of took another girl's man to the prom, and he was also like my brother's best friend.
Best friend. We did
Yeah.
everything
So
together. And
it was just not meant to be at that time.
yeah.
Oh,
And
so
then-
with this, then there's a rupture.
There,
oh,
indeed.
yes. a terrible rupture.
Terrible. He dumped me over AIM.
You dumped her.
wait,
what a power move.
We have to back up because her
God, Casey
brother.
Kolb is so cool.
I know. No, it was
Altar Boy musical, going to the junior prom with an older girl, then dumping said older
1,000
girl.
Correct.
I don't
and
even
it
know
haunted
if
me.
AIM was the thing at that point. This was 2009,
It was
right?
iChat.
Oh,
it was
So it wasn't even
iChat.
your name. It was like some dopey name that
was
you came up
Facebook.
with.
Yeah.
No,
Facebook
it was.
Messenger.
I think it was AIM. You did
Okay.
not dump me over Facebook Messenger. We
Okay.
had a lot of correspondences over Facebook Messenger, but not the dumping. His screen name was Mozart Boy 24.
my favorite person, my favorite number.
Yeah, lots of strong opinions in
Yes.
this household.
The key point of all of this is that her brother walked in on us,
Oh.
Yeah,
and that was really bad.
we were just making out. We
were just making out.
We were kissing.
And he like kicked me out of their house, and
He escorted you to the curb.
He escorted me to the
He
curb.
didn't know you had gone to junior prom together?
No,
He
he
did,
knew.
but he didn't know it had like blossomed into a secret relationship, and this is how he found out
yeah,
about it,
yeah.
which was not great.
It's low key. It's a little rom-com.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
I like
Yeah.
this.
It was like the biggest drama you could imagine at the time.
At that time, yeah.
Right.
The year was 2009. I had a lot of headbands on. Yeah, so anyway, Casey told me over AIM that he thought I was too grown up for him.
Interesting.
She was like,
What does
you
that
were like
mean?
an
What did that
old
mean at the time?
17-year-old.
Thank you.
What did that mean at the time, Casey?
She was like she liked hanging out with adults.
I did.
Always
I
has
still
liked
do.
hanging out with adults. Yeah. But now you are one. So you like hang out with
So
people who
it's
are finally
more normal.
your
Yeah.
age.
I
But-
love being in my 30s.
Yeah.
I've like finally reached the age I was always meant to be.
I think I was meant to be a cool 48.
Oh, slay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I'm approaching my prime. And once I'm like fully can be an Eileen Fisher every single day for every single outfit is where I'm meant to be.
Forever 45. Yeah. That's
48's
beautiful.
a great age.
Yeah, 48 sounds amazing. I'm excited for that too. I did not like 17. Not one
No,
bit.
me neither.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Not one bit.
But
Casey
you-
loved it.
Your parents are peaking in their 60s though.
Yeah, my parents are really
They're
finding
crushing
their identities at 60 and 70.
Yes. She was just very mature. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just excited to be a grown up. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy being a teenager, and I didn't, want to do the thing. I didn't like take teenagehood, well, like it just wasn't for me. But it was for him.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Had a great
I
time.
mean, clearly, how could he not?
Yeah, I mean, he was in the Altar Boy musical. He was a
Literally.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a big rupture. You get escorted out by your best friend because you're making out with his older sister.
Yeah. And then we break it off because like he was more important to me at the time. And I think it
Bros,
just
bros before the other thing.
The
What is
women
that?
in your
What is
life.
that saying?
Bros
Yeah.
before
Forget
Bros
that.
before bros.
Before is the little
sisters.
princesses. Yeah.
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 so-
And then we split ways. We didn't really talk for 10 years.
Wow.
And then it turns out we had been living on the same block in Culver City for 2 years or 3 years without ever running into each other.
10 years
10
later.
years later.
And we grew up in Baltimore.
We grew up in Baltimore. So we
3,000
both
miles away.
transplanted to LA, and then
And your brother didn't mention this to you?
He
he was
did not.
he was hiding it 100%. He would visit and he would see Amanda and then he would see me and he knew
He would,
we were
walk
living
across
right
the
next to
street.
each other.
Yeah.
And he
So
just
he
never
wasn't
said it.
invited to the wedding, I assume.
He
He
officiated.
officiated. He came around.
He said all these sort of vague things like, Casey moved really close to you. I thought in LA that could mean 30 minutes away.
Right,
right.
And
really close. It was like a 5-minute walk.
It was
Yeah.
so close.
yeah, no, it was wild. I ran into a friend here in LA that we both did community theater with when we were little.
Incredible.
And then that friend and I caught up and we're trying to think of all the people that we knew from home who live here, which is not a ton of people. And I was like, oh my God, I think Casey Kolb lives in LA. That goody two shoes. Because here's the other thing. Not only was he the star of Altar Boys, not only was he making out with an older girl, he was our class valedictorian. He was NHS president. He was on top of the world. And this was another reason why I think his mom didn't want us to date when we were in high school, because I was this angsty girl and he was a golden boy who was Princeton bound and all this stuff. And I think she found my vibes a little threatening to his path.
Yeah.
Which was honestly super fair. Anywho, we reconciled. But so I was to this friend that I ran into in LA where you're catching up, I was like, we should, for old time's sake, take Casey Kolb out to some grody dive bar, get him turned for old time's sake. I'm sure he's super Brooks Brothers by now. He went to Princeton, got a master's degree. He's living his dream. I'm sure he's all pretentious. We'll just get him sloshed, play some shuffleboard, and then never do it again and laugh about it forever. And then we discovered we literally lived a block away, shared an Uber over to the dive bar. And he was just so sweet. But I didn't get the exact right impression because I remember seeing him across the street and he had this little hoodie and these cute little glasses. And I'm like, oh my God, he has had the most charmed dating life, I'm sure. I was just he is probably this nerdy cute boy who knows it and has been just cleaning up all around LA. And a drunk girl did hit on him at the bar, which was just
It was the first time that's ever happened to me. it was kismet though, because
no, it was perfect. It kind of made me be
really helped.
okay, hello.
Right.
It was seeing him in Altar Boys all over again. I was I'm seeing him anew. And then we had a great night, and I think he was different from how I thought he'd be, and I was different from how you thought I'd be.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we both were thinking the worst case scenario for each other.
What was her worst case?
My impression of her was only from her Instagram up to that point. So
Okay.
she was in the beauty editing world, and so
That
I
was my
just-
day job.
Yeah, that was her day job, and I was just seeing all of these posts of her traveling around wearing these really chic outfits, and I was like, oh,
They were not chic.
basically
They were
this
not chic.
the same as she thought of me. I thought she was gonna be really pretentious.
I thought
And,
you thought I was going to be vapid.
Well, you've always been smart, so I knew she wasn't gonna be vapid.
Okay.
But I thought she would
Snobby,
be
maybe?
snobby
Okay.
and really, really LA,
Yeah.
to a fault. So deep in the matcha lattes, that she.
I've actually never had a matcha latte.
They're disgusting.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I
actually
don't know.
like
I
them.
hate
I like
them.
regular matcha, but I don't like matcha lattes.
I don't like any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very specific about our coffee. So that's our life. But
I thought she'd be going to clubs all the time. I thought that's just the impression that I got from Instagram, because she was so chic and LA
that's
vibes.
a kind portrayal of my Instagram. It was a little bit, I was just in that, okay, you fucking work for BuzzFeed. It was that era, when you're, working in digital media and you're, it's kind of try hard. And I was trying to fit in with these beauty girls who were like popular girls. And I was like a fucking theater kid. And so I was just trying to portray online that I fit in that world.
You were playing a role.
100%. Thank you. Yes, I was the little princess 2.0.
Before her father fake died.
Yeah, exactly. So we just kind of debunked one another's false preconceived notions.
Pretty instantly, too.
Yeah.
Like, there was... Like, we didn't need a warm-up. I felt like we just immediately recognized that each other was different than we expected.
And I think we thought one another was cute. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you reconnect with people from high school and they've like... They look weird.
It happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah, but I had always dated people much older than me, and I mean, us dating was nowhere near my mind. I was like, I had a really tumultuous dating adulthood. I was like, that can't have just led me back to Casey Kolb, like what would
If Judd Apatow is directing.
yes, true. He'd be uglier if Judd Apatow was directing, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? The like hot girl, Judd Apatow.
I got you.
Sorry. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So anywho, I'm not. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, how cute. Casey and I will have this like flirty neighbor relationship. Adorable. But then, I could tell he liked me. And I had just been through kind of gnarly breakup situation. I was like, I just need to be single. But then,
I really liked her a
yeah,
lot.
he liked me. And he was just so nice to me. And I was like, that's a red flag. But no, 2 weeks later we were dating and 6 months later we moved in. And
So it didn't take very long
Not
for him
at
to wear
all.
you down. I
Not
thought you
at
were setting
all.
up a story of like another year of him
No.
poking his head around. You're
No.
talking 2
Instant.
weeks.
It was
no,
instant.
I love people who love me.
Same here.
Nor it was just like we had this instant familiarity, intimacy. He was just like the kindest, like gentlest, most fun, super talented. Like there was just nothing bad about him, So what was I gonna do?
Go on more podcasts. You say you're so nice to me on here.
Yeah. So we have a very teasy relationship. We're like kind of brutal to each other. In real
We're
life.
so rude to each other.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's so
We
fun.
do that too. And then we get like comments that are like, John, you're not nice to Allison. I was like, I'm
yeah.
just teasing Allison.
No, I
My
was
whole
like-
life is teasing Allison.
Dude, I'm so curious how you deal with that because like I don't really share my personal life on my podcast. I'm like out here podcasting hard, but
Yeah.
my shows are so like high concept, I guess you could say, and like have nothing to do with me as a person. So I feel like pretty protected by that. And today I was like, this is literally like the most precious thing in my life. So I was like, I hope we come across okay because like that sounds hard.
And we talk about the most intimate, vulnerable things in our
Yeah.
marriage, into a microphone.
Yeah. Oh, God
We've each
bless.
had a few
for you guys,
spirals following
Yeah.
responses to this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so hard.
another layer of challenging. But anyway, so yeah, no, I was like, and I'm constantly out here romanticizing my life. So I was like, actually, let me like reframe this in my mind. Like maybe this is, my destiny. And yeah, no, but it wasn't even that. It was just like we got along amazing. And what was I supposed to do?
So we move in together after 6 months.
Yeah.
And how old are you at this point?
I'm 25 and she's 27.
By then really, was that it? Yeah, we were 25 and 27.
Wow. Pretty young.
Yeah.
And like, was there any hesitancy around like, settling down, right? Like being kind of done with dating, or did you move in together with just like, we're just moving in together? That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get
don't know
married
if
and
we
stay
even-
together.
I don't know if we thought about it really. We kind of it just felt right to move
I don't think we
into-
were thinking that far in the future.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So the moving in together didn't symbolize anything other than this will be fun.
Well, I think we were pretty serious at that point.
Yeah,
anyway.
we were. We totally were.
Yeah. Like I think we knew it was time because we were done going back and forth between each other's places.
That 5-minute walk. Was
Yeah,
just
that was
tough.
been
It's just
so
too
hard for you
far.
guys.
I think
This
we
is too
wanted some
far.
privacy and we wanted to move to a different side of town. We were on the west side. And we were like, that's not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're West Side people. So
I know.
it's nice that we can even have this conversation.
Yeah.
We meet in the valley. And that's,
Yeah, we can always meet. Well, we can meet at the Grove.
Grove, yeah. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
No, but I think we just wanted to like start a new adventure together, I think was our mentality.
And then at what point did you guys start talking about getting married?
Never.
Never.
Really?
Well, yeah, we would like flirt around with the idea, but she is very what's the word? Like not anti-marriage, but
Tradition.
anti-tradition. And the whole like core concept of marriage is so traditional and like
Which is kind of a euphemism for like patriarchal
Yeah.
and like steeped in
Yeah.
ideas of ownership and you know, inequality and I didn't want to. I mean, we talked about this. Allison and I recorded one of my favorite episodes of my Magical Overthinkers podcast called Overthinking About Weddings. And it was very cathartic and helped me move through a lot. I was indeed overthinking about it. But yeah, I wasn't sure I could see a version of marriage that would make me feel like myself. I didn't want to be perceived as like the sort of bride, stereotypical bride who like dreams of nothing but being a wife and of course, now I know that there are many non-traditional ways to approach marriage and weddings and all of that, but I had just not seen examples of it at that point. So the whole idea just cringed me the fuck out. And so whenever...
Are your parents still married or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and my parents have
they're like the best version of a relationship I've seen.
No.
We talk about this all the time. Her parents are like truly remarkable as individuals and as a couple. They're like so special.
I'm very
And-
lucky.
And they're a good like North Star, I guess, in terms of like
Yeah, I mean,
what
there are plenty of things that I will be doing differently, but...
the
yes.
structure of it though.
So it
is,
came
like,
more out of
so-
your political commitments than like, and how you want to live in the world as opposed to a reaction to your parents' marriage per se. do you
Correct.
think? Yeah.
No, I just didn't want to like stand for something that didn't feel like me.
Yeah.
Which I guess is politically coded and also just, you know, I could not envision even like a wedding that didn't feel like something out of like a TLC horror show, you know? Like I just aesthetically, politically, identity-wise, I was like, I can't see it. It's not that I was completely opposed to it. I was just like, I cannot see the version of this that feels authentic to me.
What was that like for you, Casey? Like, was that like no big deal? I just won't get married if I'm with Amanda, or did you feel like you were giving something up?
I'm pretty flexible. I didn't really care.
That's me.
I mean, like
The same.
it's important to me to feel that level of commitment, and I do think marriage, whether it's traditional or some modern form, does add a layer of like official commitment that is helpful.
We love an LLC.
Yes.
Mr. Tax
Yes.
Man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we do. We love business. But I think that's why she had to propose to me. That's like why she had to make it her own. And weirdly, like, there are some people she said that to who are like so freaked out by that.
Yeah, I
you
bet.
know, like,
Or who don't believe it.
who don't believe it or like can't even.
You don't believe it happened? Like,
Right. I know. It's like, well, we're married.
Do I
so-
come across as a liar? Yeah, but so one of my best friends kind of planted the seed for an idea of how I could propose to Casey. That was so creative and so us.
It was amazing.
And that kind of unlocked the vision for the whole thing to me. And I was like, ooh, because the proposal is like just one in a sequence of many cringe experiences and like the whole like wedding and marriage, you know, journey. And the idea of being proposed to and being like, again, like my family being there, I couldn't stomach it. But then my friend was like, what if you did this? And it was just, I wanted to run with it. It felt like a creative exercise. It felt like it would be an opportunity to make Casey the center of attention, to make him the little princess.
Finally.
calling you the altar boy.
Yes.
And we are coming to your town. That's how it goes,
That's
right?
literally how it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can explain what the proposal
Please.
was.
Yes, please.
So Casey's, okay, I'll back up and say this. During the pandemic, our absolute favorite thing to do together, because the pandemic struck after we had been together, or after we had moved in together, language.
We'd been together for a year and living together for 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's like pretty intense. But it brought us very close. We weathered a lot of things together. And one of our favorite things to do during that time would be to watch YouTube videos about space and science, like all night.
I love that.
Yes. And
I do that sometimes.
Casey's, well, we should all get together and just watch space videos. That sounds like a
I'll
cute.
read.
That's great.
Alvin has got no interest, but I'll watch space
read.
videos. It calms me. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love
No, it was like,
to learn.
well, it was an existential time. And
Yeah.
these videos were really interesting and really humbling. So Casey's favorite media franchise in this category was the Vox Explained series.
Oh, I love Vox Explained.
So good.
I
So
love Vox
amazing.
Explained.
Okay. So,
Yeah, you guys should make a playlist. I'll follow yours. You can follow mine.
Perfect.
Just all the Vox Explained
I've seen them
photos.
all. I'm obsessed. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with them.
his favorite, well, and then Netflix, I guess, licensed it
Yes,
and made
yes.
Netflix Explained. And his favorite episode of that is the one on time.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend suggested that I make a fake Vox Explained video to be presented as a real Vox Explained video that turned into a proposal.
Incredible.
That's
And
amazing.
So over the course of many months, I went into production and incited the help of a director friend and an editor friend and a bunch of actors. And I scripted the thing and I made this Vox Explained video called The Most Scientifically Accurate Portrayal of Forever that started out as seeming like an early cut of a soon-to-be released Vox video. And then over the course of this like 3.5-minute video, it evolves into a proposal. My brother comes on screen and then his brother comes on screen and then I come on screen.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. It was so well done.
And
This
it
is
was
a movie. You could actually get Judd Apatow to do this.
Yeah, and it was just like a total surprise.
How did you get him to watch the video?
Good question.
She did a good job. She like met me where I needed to be met.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm such like a workaholic and love being in my studio and we just work a lot. And so she
Mr. Taxman. Sorry.
she just like knew exactly the right time to come into my studio after like a long day. I just finished my last work call and her brother was on the work call with me because he helps me with some of my stuff. And he called me and was like, by the way, I wanted to mention, like, I've been working with Vox on this new animation because he works at Pixar. He's like adjacent to animation. He does like a lot of tech stuff for that. And he's like, I know you love Vox. Do you want to see it? Like, I have a rough draft. Like, they actually ended up cutting it, but I have this like amazing rough draft and I think you would really like it. And I didn't suspect anything at all.
Wow.
I was like, send it immediately. I want to see it right now.
He was so funny. He was like, "Are you allowed to send it? Like, or did you sign an NDA?"
So worried for him. And he texts me this link and I start playing the video and I actually missed the first few seconds. So I pause it and I'm like, no, I got to see the whole thing. And I like
He
rewind
loves
it.
Vox.
I love Vox. It's like, I need to see every second of this video. And I wasn't even thinking about this, but Amanda was sitting behind me the whole time. And
You didn't know she was there?
I knew she was like in my room, but I thought she was just like hanging out. And like sometimes she'll do that when I'm on calls. She'll just like be on my couch. Like,
It makes it sound so creepy.
No,
I was
no,
just,
but, like,
it was
we're
the
just-
end of the day. I was just chilling on the
And
couch
it wasn't
in
like
there.
an important call. It was like, whatever. But she was really dressed up. And I was like, that's weird. She must have an event or something after this. And she's just like chilling in my studio. And the video starts playing. I could tell it's a rough draft, but I'm like all in on this concept. And so I'm like glued to my computer.
Because we knew we couldn't actually pull off making a video with the production
Yeah, it's
quality
so hard.
of a
Yeah.
like.
But this was
final.
a brilliant way in.
Thank you.
To say
Yes.
rough cut. I
Yeah,
know.
like
So
a
cool.
never to be released rough assembly of yeah.
And I'm so gullible that like it's only a 3-minute video, but I'm like a minute and a half in, and I'm still fully convinced this is a rough draft video.
Even after my brother comes
And
on
her brother
screen,
comes on, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. They got him to do like a temp part for the video, and I'm sure they'll replace that. But he's doing such a great job. And then like my brother comes in, and I'm like, whoa. Something's off about this Vox Explain video. Something's not right here. And I still hadn't figured it out. I'm like, my brain just wasn't on proposal that day because
or any day.
I mean,
Any
because
day.
you were still under the assumption you guys would never get married.
not never, but like
Not
it wasn't
soon.
urgent by any
Yeah.
means.
And did you expect that Amanda would propose to you
No.
or other? Okay.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to unpack all that too, but
Yeah.
please continue.
Yeah, I didn't have any like image of how we would like do a proposal with one another because I think we both thought it was cringe and wanted to avoid cringing out the other person. So like
It was,
took-
again, just really hard to see how any of this could play out authentically for us.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is not to say that, like, all proposals are cringe. They're not. It's just, like, none of that would have felt right for us. And,
Right.
like, this was just, my friend had such a good idea. we're, like, married because of her. Because she helped us see it.
I would
you
bring
know?
this up every day if I was the reason my friends got married.
yeah.
Every day I'd be like, remember that really good idea that I had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a really good idea.
Yeah, and then we're like 2 minutes into the video, my brother comes on, and at this point I'm like, oh, this is a belated birthday gift. This must be like, because I had just turned 30 like a couple months ago, and I know that doesn't make sense because like, why would she give me a birthday gift 2 months later? But in my brain, I was like, this has to be something for like my birthday. And then she,
Even though it was so romantic.
It was so
like,
romantic.
The
It
video,
didn't
there are all
make
these
any
Easter
sense.
eggs. Our favorite film scores are in the background.
I know. I just didn't get it. And then she comes on the screen, and then it's like, oh shit. Now it's so clear because she is like all dolled up in the video and like ends it by saying, and I have a question for you. And then she's in the room dressed up like in real life and has a ring there.
Two rings. Matching rings.
Yeah. And they're like it was like a moon and a star matching ring or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm saying this was a cringe proposal ultimately, but it was just
No, it
a
was
version of
so
cringe.
cute.
No.
It was so cute.
Oh,
And I
so one
said-
ring for each of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
And
I just started like weeping. I was so overwhelmed with like joy from that because it was so authentic and so sweet and thoughtful. And I was just like crying. I like couldn't
Yeah.
believe that she had proposed to me in this way and it was so
I said,
special.
I made you a Vox video. Do you want to get married?
Literally. That's
He was
literally-
like beside himself. And then I had arranged for a friend to take care of our animals that night so that we could go spend the night in like a fancy hotel.
Wow.
it was very special.
Wow.
Redo mine.
I can show you I'll show you the video.
I was going to
later.
say, can
Gotta
we
see
see
it.
the
Yeah,
video?
yeah.
No, I'm being greedy. I've already had 2.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
So let me ask, like, did you, Casey, get any like people in your life being like, she proposed to you, like any of that like kind of judgy masculine type of like energy that like that's not right, or do you feel
no.
like
I mean, I think I'm very picky about my friends.
Friends, yeah.
And I only befriend like sweet men
Yeah.
who are like
They're the sweetest. They're the
Reasonable.
sweetest men.
And so none of my close friends thought anything of it. They were like ecstatic for me.
that's incredible?
Yeah, I don't think they thought it was weird at all.
It's such a lovely story.
It actually made sense to them. They were like, "Oh yeah, Amanda's like the
Dominant.
alpha in your relationship." Like, of course, this is how it went down. But there were like a few other like friends outside of our circle who I'm not close with who were
Right.
like not weirded out by it, but like
A little shook.
shook. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
didn't understand. It's so uncommon.
It still is
Right.
pretty uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
somehow.
uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amanda, for you, like, you went from I don't want to get married to this is a fun theater project for me. So I
Yes.
went, but there's like a part you're skipping over, which is like ultimately deciding I'm gonna engage in marriage. Like,
Yes.
what was that for you?
Good question.
How did you get there?
So I asked my married friends whose relationships I respect the most, why did you get married? And the answers ranged from like really sweeping to really simple. Like my dear friend Koa Beck, who's a brilliant journalist and writer and like just a lovely, lovely person, one of our dear friends, whose daughter was our flower girl. She and her wife Astrid have been married for 10 years, and I admire their relationship a lot. And she said, "Oh, I knew I wanted to get married because when I realized that I wanted Astrid to be there when I die." And it was just like so romantic. It was just like so simple. And she's so smart. Like she could have had a whole dissertation, you know, but it was like really that simple. And I actually kind of forget. So that was the one that really stuck in my head. I forget what some of the other people I asked said, but it was all pretty convincing. I was like, okay, I think I'm like really overanalyzing how I will be perceived as a married person or as a bride or whatever. And I just need to like trust my intuition on this a little bit more and trust that we will be able to construct a partnership that feels really unique and really authentic to us, and that if we want to embrace a rule, we can embrace it. If we want to discard a rule, we can do that. And the like engagement kind of set that tone.
Right. It's interesting though that like you even decided to explore this, right? I think that says something about like the mass appeal of marriage, that you can even start as someone who's like, I would never do that. That makes no sense to me. And then as you age and as you're with your partner longer, you start to be like, well, should I re-examine this? Should I look into this? Should I, right? Like that.
Well, it's really good for taxes. So.
yeah, the tax man, yeah.
I'm not going to sing it again. I want to so bad, but I'm not.
That's like how embedded it is
Yeah.
into our society.
Yeah, for sure. And then, yeah, there are all of these sort of like admin benefits, like having access to the other person's medical stuff. You know, he has some medical stuff. Like, I want to be there for him. And like, you know, yeah, like taxes.
But I'm going to push you on this because yes, you're singing the Taxman song, and yes, there's a lot of corporate benefits that you guys can bring together. But the one reason that you can still remember to this day was a idea that ultimately you said was romantic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, you know, and I think saying that it was cringe, right, is like what you were saying, which is like you were scared of how you were going to be perceived.
Yeah.
And like Allison and I are very similar in that sense, especially Allison is like, doesn't like so much earnestness, like likes to rather say I love you in a joke or something like that.
We're not similar in that sense. You're a total romantic.
No, I'm saying I am more romantic and earnest.
Oh, yeah.
You are more like Amanda in that, like, you.
Well, we didn't establish where Casey lands.
Right.
I'm probably much closer to you.
Do you mean? Yeah. But like on the inside of our wedding rings, it says, "This is so embarrassing for you."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because like that is like our way of saying I love you.
Yeah.
Is like someone says something earnest, usually me, and and corny, and the other person just goes, "This is so embarrassing for you." Right?
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Yeah, we have a lot of goofiness in our partnership. That's like the dominant quality of our relationship is like goof. But yes, I think like I ultimately perceived it as like a romantic commitment, and I think that tone was set by my parents' relationship. And then I also knew that making that commitment would mean a lot to Casey, because I think he, for some reason, had perceived me as like a little bit of a flight risk or something, or like not as grounded and stable. Because I do like to, you know, travel alone a lot, and like I'm just like an independent person, and so I realized like if I commit to marriage, that could in a way give me more freedom, because he knows for sure like I am super down for him and us, and so when I flit off to wherever, it's not a threat.
Yeah. Do you agree, Casey?
Definitely. Yeah, and I've even I mean, we got officially married in December, so it's been how many months? 8 months. But our wedding was in June, and I think even since June, when we've like ceremoniously embarked on this, I've noticed a real difference in how we approach arguments or
Really?
Yes.
definitely. Yeah, like we're just able to rebound so much faster than we were before, and we'll just table it so quickly now.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like,
'Cause
we'll
our
be
fights are
so
really dumb.
angry at each other for like 6 minutes, and then it's like we have a handshake, and that handshake means we're done. And like we're not allowed to. We literally just
the business.
Like, shake, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just business. Yeah, and then we're like back to being fine. And we've like tried to implement parts of our relationship that way over many years, and I feel
Yeah.
like it's really come together now.
clicked. Yeah.
With-
Now you're very much on the same team.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that that's such an important mentality to have in a marriage.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like,
It's all
one of you
cute to be
can't win.
married. Yeah, yeah. No, totally.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It shouldn't feel that way, but it does feel that way when you're not married for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
How did the fight go before you were married?
I mean, when we were young, we would stay mad at each other for like a day,
Hours a
you know,
day.
like you're just so moody and
Yeah, so moody.
Immature about
We were not
things.
medicated correctly at that time.
yeah, Lexapro does help.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, let's go. You know?
Yeah,
But no, I think just are more grown up. And yeah, like the commitment of marriage is like, we're together forever, allegedly, you know. We want to be together forever. Not everybody who gets married needs to want that.
Absolutely.
And that's something that you communicate.
Marriage is a choice, not a trap.
Starter marriage.
Yeah.
But we have this like long life story, you know, and
Yeah.
like that means a lot to us. And
it's precious.
it is. It's very
Yeah.
precious to us. And we don't want like some stupid ass spat. Like our fights are really dumb, actually.
Give us
Definitely.
an
So
example.
Yeah.
dumb.
I gotta know.
What's the last thing we fought about? I critiqued your one pager.
Oh, I'm presenting something. I'm presenting something next week.
She showed
and I
me-
was like, look at my one page. Look at my, or look at my little like
For her
pitch
new
page.
business. And I was like,
he was
"There are
like,
too many
it's
words
too
on
many
here."
words. He
She
was like,
was
it's real wordy.
so
and I was
mad.
like, I am a writer. I was like, get out of here. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, that's so interesting because you guys are both creatives. Like, do you like?
Very sensitive.
How do?
period.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because Allison and I are so different. We're both writers, and she is my first reader. And I want notes, and she gives me her novel, and I give it like line by line.
Yeah. Well, we're not both writers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I wonder how like being creatives, but
And I
different
didn't
spheres.
ask for your feedback.
oh, okay.
Well, it
that's
seemed
part
like
of it.
she was. It was maybe unsolicited, but she was like, it was a work in
was like,
progress,
"Get
and she
out of here."
was showing it to me.
No, and I
was
did.
like,
I de-wordified it a bit.
See, I think I've only very recently become your first reader. I think Josh was your first reader until like a week ago.
Yeah. Totally.
Lol.
Yeah. I mean, I have a good friend who's also a writer, and he still is like a first reader too.
Yeah.
First
But that
one
like,
B.
took a longer time than our like commitment to marriage and our life together is
That's
for me
true.
to become your first
That's
reader.
true.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very vulnerable.
totally. I mean, getting creative feedback from your partner that's a delicate dance. But I didn't ask for it. But yeah, that's
You've
just
given me unsolicited advice too. On my
for
music.
sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, but we actually do collaborate though. Did you know that? Well, I put this in his bio, but Casey composed all of my podcast theme music.
No way.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah,
It's fun. Yeah.
he's so talented.
I'll take notes from her if it's that, where I'm like doing a job for her
Mm-hmm.
and like it's appropriate for me to receive music related notes. But there have been times where I'm like working on a track with an artist and she's like,
come
make
to
it
me
sound
like,
more like
"That's
Bonnie there. And I'm
ugly."
like,
No, but we do actually solicit one another's feedback a lot because we know
Yeah.
where we can be helpful to each other because we don't do the same thing. So
Yeah.
I for a long time actually before Casey and I were together, this is cringe. I was like, I want to find the John Donne to my Joan Didion. I was like, I want to date a writer.
Nice.
And you know, I don't know. I don't know
wouldn't
how that
work
would
for
have
you,
gone.
though.
No, I don't think so.
I was like, I don't want to date a writer. And that's why our mutual friend didn't think to set us up because I had made this big stink where I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want
No
to date a
writers.
writer.
Oh.
And so she was like, okay. And so she was actually in the process of setting John up with someone
With
else.
her friend. Yeah.
No way.
When we matched on Hinge. Yeah.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
I was
then
supposed to
and
meet
then
her
we've
friend
had
in
to
like
see
a
that girl.
month or two.
We've been at multiple events with this girl.
Who you were supposed to marry.
Yeah, who I was
Yeah.
supposed to marry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we never met each other because Alice and I connected on Hinge before I was supposed to meet this other girl. And so
So you're
know,
clean.
you're clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like your junior prom.
Yeah,
Very dirty.
no. Mess.
No, but I actually feel very thankful to be married to another writer, and especially since losing my mom, who was my first, who was always my first reader and my editor, and you know, to be able to shift that responsibility onto John.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Someone had to lecture Allison pedantically about the use of an Oxford comma. So
Oh, I have
really?
very strong
Yeah,
opinions.
Yeah.
but you two had different opinions,
yeah,
so
actually,
I'm
we
getting
actually,
it's a whiplash.
yeah, Ruth
for
and I
me.
are, we're on
Who's who
different
in
sides of
this?
the divide.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
Yeah,
But
so,
that's why dialogue is important.
yeah.
My mom hated an Oxford comma.
And I love an Oxford
Oh.
comma.
I love an Oxford
Do you think it's
comma.
generational?
No, it was she came up through journalism, and
On
so they
the
don't
AP
use it.
style book,
yeah, so
right?
they don't use it. But
Yeah.
you know, that's foolish of them.
No, it
Oxford
is.
commas are critical.
Yeah,
They
critical.
are.
Yeah.
Literally,
seen that meme,
John's
right?
eulogy for my mother started out about this debate about
way.
the Oxford comma.
Oh,
hilarious.
that's a big one. That's a big deal then.
Yeah.
A major issue. Well, yeah. No, it's nice to be. I mean, I definitely could not see myself with someone who wasn't creative.
Yeah.
Like it's just a mentality. Like it's a whole different.
I feel
of
like I
thinking.
kept thinking to myself, I will wind up with someone who is not creative, and that might be good for me. But then I just kept only dating creatives. Like I was
Yeah.
only ever drawn
Yeah.
for an extended period of time to someone who was creative. And so, you know, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
But since like marriage doesn't end at like an amazing proposal and, you know, shaking hands, like we always talk about, Allison always talks about how modern marriage can be kind of whatever you want. It can be a little bit bespoke.
Yes.
Is there anything in your marriage that you think about that is like, we're either bucking tradition specifically because we are doing it consciously, or it works for us, or, you know, this is a really traditional part of marriage that actually really resonates with us?
What do you think?
A couple things come to mind. We have a very, I think, upside down
Like domestic
gender role
stuff. Yeah.
situation. Like
I cook.
Yeah.
I do all the dishes.
Yeah.
I'm the housekeeper.
yeah,
for
like
sure.
Casey's like the domestic goddess among us. He like, you know, when people talk about like women doing like the emotional labor of managing the house and like assigning out tasks or whatever, like I am the husband 100%.
Yeah. When we have a kid, I'll be packing the lunches. I will definitely be like
Yeah.
doing those.
Yeah.
Those
For
kinds
sure.
of things.
And then sometimes I say that I don't know if this makes any fucking sense. So like if this does not resonate, we can like completely discard it, but it makes sense to me and I feel like it makes sense to you too. Casey is very masculine about his femininity and what is it?
I'm very feminine about my masculinity.
Yes,
and
you're very feminine
masculine about your femininity.
Correct. You're very feminine about your masculinity and I'm very masculine about my femininity. And what I mean by that is that like I do feel like in my presentation and I don't know, I guess my presentation, my mannerisms, what is gender, right? I am like pretty feminine, but I do it in a way that might be more classically masculine because I I take up a lot of space, you know, and I feel like I come across as a pretty confident person. And, you know, like I make definitive statements and I want people to listen to me and I'm not ashamed of that. And, you know, that's like, you know, we're like all in public and stuff. And like that's traditionally perceived as like a masculine way of moving through the world. And then like Casey is very like grounded and rooted and like has a lot of like masculine qualities, but he's so gentle and soft and like non-toxic about them. And so I feel like
What did you say in your vows again? It was something about
I said, Casey is not an enemy on this earth and for good reason. And then a bunch of nice things about you. And then I'm not kidding when I say I have far more toxic masculinity than this man. Got a big laugh. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like in terms of gender roles and expectations, we're like very topsy-turvy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
And what about money? Right? I mean, like, Amanda, I don't know your situation, Casey.
She makes a lot more money
but
than me.
you doing really well. Like, you're a badass
I mean,
businesswoman.
for a writer, you know?
Yeah.
But you are an icon, you know, like you're someone who's like career. I'm like, if I can get to Amanda Montell status, then I'm really doing something right, you
You're
know?
so sweet.
And so I do wonder, like, you know, how that like comes into play. Like, obviously you have your own impressive career and everything, but to be married to like a public figure who's on the New York Times bestselling list, who's traveling the world, like, you know, what has that been like?
I think at first in our relationship it was challenging because I'm very competitive, but I'm also like introverted and like being a hermit in my studio. It's why I do what I do, because like as a composer or a producer, you can just like live alone in this space and you interact with people online, but like you get to sort of choose how social you want to be. And her life is so social.
Right.
And so I think I was maybe intimidated by that a lot at first, but I think we've found a really happy balance where like we can pull each other towards the middle there and ground each other in different ways. She pulls me out of my shell and I like think I maybe ground you in moments where you feel like you're floating with anxiety or something.
Yeah, I mean, like being in a role like this is not something I expected, and it is like stressful, you know, like to have to just be on all the time.
Yeah, and so it's turned out to be a lot more complimentary than I think I expected it to be like 3 or 4 years ago, and we've settled into a nice balance that works really, really well. What else was it? Oh, but on the money front, yeah, that's been interesting because I like have a startup, right? So like, I pay myself a founder's salary. And I've been at it for like 4.5 years now. And it's definitely like, you know, like it's a weird imbalance in power dynamic there. And that like we handle really well.
Casey's like a genius. You know what I mean?
No,
He has this, you know, this music tech startup, these like visionary products that he's making. And like it will pay off. And like this conversation is going to be very different, you know, one day, you know, because like, yeah, I'm doing well as a writer, but like I didn't invent like a sparkly, like incredible otherworldly sound machine that's going to like take over the world. You know, so
wow. So that's our overlords in the future is a sparkly sound machine. Yeah,
that's the dream.
Yeah. If humanity survives, but yeah. So I don't know. I think we both share like an incredible optimism. We have like a lot of faith in each other and ourselves, and like I think marriage has enhanced that optimism and like allowed us to root for each other even more, and just general maturity and growing up. But yeah, no, I think it did. I remember he would voice more competitive sounding things when we were first together, but I don't.
And I still feel like little pangs of it here and there when like she'll pay for something like just because it's better for her to cover it than me, and there is like this baked in masculinity that I struggle to exercise from myself because like we grew up with that mentality of just like, you know, the man has to be the breadwinner in this situation. And I don't believe that, but it is sort of baked in just from my parents and how they've handled their situation. And so I do feel some kind of pressure to like make sure that I'm providing whatever that means.
But he does. He provides in like such a huge way. Like I mean, I would not have eaten lunch today.
I did provide the lunch today. Yeah.
No, he like cares for us in such enormous ways. Like he's so good at planning and.
But we are like pretty swapped from like a traditional setup, which is
yeah.
I mean, I'm into it. I like it.
In some ways, maybe we're more traditional, but like, cause you handle like the car.
Yes.
And I decorated our house, but
right. Yeah, it's not fully inverse.
Yeah, it's not we're like fully
it's bespoke.
inverse.
It's
It
bespoke.
is. It's bespoke.
Yeah, it is bespoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a lot of those things are ingrained in like just the oldest parts of your brain. And so you're not going to get rid of them, even if you read the right books and think about it the right way. It's always that wiring made a impression on your mind at a very young age. And so it's always there. It's there in our relationship. It's there in countless other relationships. It's just like the power it has over you, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Did you have a prenup?
No.
No.
Nice.
Should we?
I thought you might. No, I thought Lockie asked us that.
Yeah.
I
people
thought
do
you were going to
me
ask us that. I don't know if people are going to judge us. I don't know.
We didn't because
why-
California is very fair.
Oh, I see. I didn't even know that.
You don't even know the rules.
I just like have so much Delulu that we're like I literally I know everybody says this, but like I cannot imagine us getting divorced.
No.
Like-
it would be, well, what did you said this in your vows too? It would be like
It would be a criminal violation of fairy tale law for us to have to move through this world apart. It
Oh, and you
would.
were worried about being cringe?
yeah.
Oh my God.
There was a lot of humor in the vows.
What a cool, edgy.
Fairy
This
tale
is what I'm talking about. I was like, she's so full of it. She keeps talking about, I'm just a business lady. This is a business. We're going to shake hands. No, you are a romantic, Amanda Montell.
She is.
You are so correct about that.
Yeah.
No, I am the cheesiest motherfucker alive, but don't tell anyone. Okay? Don't tell anyone.
The cheesiest people are the ones who try the hardest to cover it.
This is my
cheesy.
completely. You are so right. No, you are absolutely right. Just don't tell anyone about it.
Oh, we found the title of the episode.
Fairy tale law.
Before we let you go back to newlywed bliss, we have to ask our final question that we ask all of our guests of the show, which is, what is one fictional couple who you think should have gotten divorced and why?
Okay. I watch a lot of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys watch Rick and Morty, but Beth and Jerry are a terrible couple. I feel like they need to get a divorce.
I've
did
never seen
years
it.
ago. I haven't watched it in a few years.
You
Which
should
one are they?
revisit it because it's very space.
Yeah, but that's true. I do like space.
Yeah.
Are they presented as a couple
It's
that should
comic.
get divorced?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like comically incompatible.
Right.
And that's why I love it. You're rooting for them to get a divorce the whole time, but they never do. And so like that's part of the edge of the show. But yeah.
I think basically every married couple on every season of The White Lotus should get divorced.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, that's not the first mention of the White Lotus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like the amount of dishonesty and inauthenticity and just nonsense in those marriages. What a nightmare.
Allison defended on this show the most recent, the really rich couple from the most recent one, where he like thinks about murdering them all. And,
Yeah.
and
Well, I said it was working up until he lost all the money.
Wait, the Walton Goggins one? Which one?
No.
no,
No,
but not that relationship, but in that
Popper,
season,
no.
Oh, that.
Parker
Yeah.
Posey's
Parker Posey's
You
character.
defended
Yeah.
them.
Well,
as a
I
couple.
said they had similar desires and ideas of marriage, and it only fell apart once he lost all of his money.
Because
Well,
that was
but
part of
that's
the
really
contract.
fragile.
They
Yeah.
were, they were like meant for each other in a fucked up way.
Yeah, like
can I say-
assuming they stayed rich, I think they would have stayed happily
Yeah,
married.
yeah.
Can I say another reason why we didn't get a prenup? Or like,
Yeah.
actually, we didn't even think about it, but like, Casey is like the literal single most decent person alive, and I could never see him be. Well, we took a personality test a couple years ago, the VIA Strengths Finders test. It's really illuminating.
fun.
And his number, it ranks all the like 24 different personality strengths from like zest to love of learning. And
I will just have to say here, I don't believe a personality test.
fine,
No,
whatever.
we don't
This isn't even really a
It's-
personality test. It's like
just for fun.
it's
As someone who had to literally take an entire graduate level course about personality tests,
Oh, they're bullshit.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
in
no,
that.
it's just like
No, they're bullshit.
it was a pandemic exercise.
Yeah.
It was,
I love to take them.
no, it was like a navel gazing. It was
yeah.
it was basically an iPhone game.
The equivalent of like which
House are
House
you
are
in
you
for
in?
Harry
Yeah,
Potter?
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm very I will die on the hill of being Ravenclaw, but regardless, his number one strength was fairness,
Wow.
and
Yeah, it
his
did
last
resonate
strength was
with me.
bravery.
and her number one strength was creativity,
Creativity.
and her bottom strength was teamwork.
Thank you guys so much for doing this.
Oh,
we got,
yeah.
I can't believe we got a Casey exclusive interview.
Unbelievable.
This
First
is
time.
huge. First time.
Your
on
debut.
mic.
This is a scoop.
This is a scoop.
We really appreciate you both so
We're
much.
happy to.
Our pleasure.
Where can people find your work and follow you?
Oh, wow. I'm not used to saying that kind of thing. Well, my business has an Instagram
Cool.
at Lunacy Audio.
That's great.
Any music makers, even hobbyists or professional music makers, you should check out his products. They're very cool. They're music plugins.
Not to mention the sound machine will find you when it takes over the work.
That's right. You won't need to search for it.
Exactly. It will worm its way into your life. And I have some books, Cultish, Word Slut, The Age of Magical Overthinking. Got a couple of podcasts. Sounds Like a Cult, Magical Overthinkers. Allison has been a guest. I loved that episode. Check them out.
Thank you both so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
Thank you
Yes.
guys.
Well, that was absolutely delightful.
So fun.
We should have couples all the time. Now it is time, though, for our final segment, my soon-to-be patented game show, Stay or Leave, where I present you with a hypothetical situation of something I might do in the future, and you decide if you would stay or leave me, because marriage is a choice, not a trap.
I'm prepared. Please go.
We have made it to 10 years of marriage.
Yes.
Congratulations to us.
That's unbelievable.
To celebrate, I decide that I want to completely replicate our wedding, including hiring an actress to play my dead mom.
Oh my God. Allison.
This would be exorbitantly expensive, but I insist it is necessary for the health of our marriage. Also, everyone would have to wear the same outfits. Would you stay or leave?
Do we have to simulate the hurricane that happened that day? Like, is there
everything has to be exactly the same.
rain? Then you have to figure out some way to simulate a earthquake right before the marriage.
That's more the wedding day. That didn't happen during the wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but okay. And we can afford this?
Not really. Like, it would be a major expense that we'd have to take a loan out for.
All right, what happens if I leave? Like, like, do I leave, but I can just like still hang around the house and
No,
stuff?
you have to leave for real.
I have to leave for real.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bankrupt ourselves to do this stupid reenactment with a creepy actress of your mom. Whatever. It's like too exhausting. 10 years from now, I'm going to get divorced.
Well, 8 years from now.
8 years from now, we're going to get divorced over this. Whatever. I'll just like put on this. Hopefully I can still fit into my suit.
Wow.
Whatever.
Okay, great.
I'll
I
do
can
it.
get away with a lot in this marriage. Is what I'm learning through this game. Well, thank you all so much for listening to another full-blown episode of Starter Marriage. If you wanted to see the video version, which is really fun because we had in-studio guests, I mean, incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's like we're a daytime talk show. You can check it out on youtube.com/justbetweenus.
And check out Allison's Substack, Emotional Support Lady on Substack, or me, Wrong Man for the Job.
Amazing. Wow, we've switched into promoting the Substacks over the books, and I think that's the move.
Yeah,
I think
that's the future.
Yeah, that's good. And if you want to submit your own marriage moment, which we love to read on the show, you can send it to startermarriagepodcast@gmail.com. That's startermarriagepodcast@gmail.com.
And please remember to rate and review the podcast. It really helps us out.
I check every day.
I don't.
Well, as we say in our home, good night to me, the Alibaba.
Good night to you, the Alibaba.